Okay. Ooh, now you can probably hear me really hot. I'll turn myself down a little bit. Um, Sorry, everyone. I have this really cool condenser mic that I would love to use, but it's got a problem where it's super, super quiet, as you have just experienced. I had hoped to have some time to fix that before we started in tonight, but other things came up, like my webcam shorting out while we were streaming, or while we were doing a preview for the stream. So, dude, I'm not even sure, but hopefully, hopefully this is the last of the technical difficulties. If the stream drops or anything like that, please just say something in the chat. We'll be sure to stop it and get back going. We'll do our best to salvage this night as best as possible. So thanks again for
It's
hanging
back
out
up.
and joining us. And what's that, Mike?
Said it seems like we're back up and running.
Yeah, we are back up and running and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get back into it. So the question I asked just before everything hit the fan, including the poop emoji, was how is everyone doing? So let's start with Ian. Tell us about your week. What did you do?
Well, since last week, I have been building a house, so that's fun.
Like an actual house
Um, yeah,
for you to live in?
no, not for me to live in.
Oh,
Some
okay.
fortunate family
Nice.
who is eventually going to get it.
Very cool.
Wow.
So I did that today. It rained.
Fun. What about you, Mike?
I was in Spokane all weekend. Spokane, Washington.
Washington.
A 6-hour car trip from where I am currently.
Yeah,
So 12 of the hours of my weekend were spent in my vehicle.
that's a bummer.
The rest
Oh,
of it was spent either in a hotel or driving around Spokane, Washington, which is a better experience than driving around Portland, as is shoving needles in your eyes and almost anything else.
oh my gosh. Wow, that got really
That's
graphic really quick.
that's brutal.
Yeah, that was my weekend. I was up in Spokane with my brother, doing some things. So yeah.
Cool. What about you, Anthony?
Well, I got ranked in League of Legends for the season. It has begun.
What rank are you?
I am officially silver 4.
Nice. Attaboy.
That's what 6 and 4 will do you. And today I've been poring over the latest Magic the Gathering drama.
Oh, Lord help me. There's so
Uh,
much.
It's a lot
It's
of
unreal. Tell me about it.
stuff going on. Financially speaking, in the Magic world. I guess the Magic equivalent of insider trading happened, but when it happens in Magic, it's not illegal, and there's nothing you can do.
I heard that
Or so we know.
vendors got some information early or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's insider.
Allegedly.
So legally speaking, that's entirely like, it's very illegal. To
No, that's when it stocks.
right. What I was about to say is in the stock market, it's very
Right.
illegal. But because they're not dealing with like bonds and stocks, they're dealing with cardboard cards. Then it's totally fine for them to do that.
It's just like money. The only reason it has any value is because we say it does.
Well, right, and because Tarmogoyf's a great card. So
It does have more inherent value than actual cash money.
yeah, actually, I read
Use-
I read an article that said that Snapcaster Mage for a while, and I think still actually is worth more than its weight in gold, um, as it sits as a piece of cardboard paper.
That's a pretty average spendy card too. So
Yeah.
we're talking about cards that are worth many times that right now.
Hey, imagine
Yeah.
you get a good card.
Okay, shut up.
Oh.
A good card like Primeval Titan or Summer Bloom, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
How's that
cards
feel?
are good. I was thinking more like Goblin Rabble Master or something like
Oh,
that.
That's
God.
Amulet of
Alright.
Vigor.
Mike's no longer our GM, so we're gonna need someone else. Maybe Frosty Reaper can come
Yeah.
be our GM.
That's
Emily,
super-
I know you're well invested in the Magic world and have every idea what we're saying. So how was your week?
I have lots of ideas about things generally, but well, you and I saw Deadpool
We
this
did.
weekend,
Yeah, yeah.
so that was a pretty big life highlight, I would say.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
What did I think of it?
Yes.
Well, I loved it. It was a lot of fun in the sun, except not. So you're in the dark.
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
There was sunshine, kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There was enough sunshine.
yeah.
But it's very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, we did see that. That was fun. Cool. Well, I'm Matt, and my week has been much of the same between hanging out with Emily for Valentine's Day and seeing Deadpool and stuff like that, and cooking a delicious pasta. To reading up on all the latest Magic the Gathering stuff, wishing I had the money to get into Legacy, and then crying about not. And then watching someone play Legacy Storm all day and being like, man, that sure looks like more fun than I'm having.
Is that like
So here I am. I'm
one
drinking a
game?
mimosa
You know?
and ready to play some Age of Rebellion. Uh, Mike, take us away.
That's
What
me.
happened last week?
Well, last week we had a conversation with a very nice Zabrak man named Raph.
I wouldn't call him very
And
nice.
I would call him very nice.
Okay.
You know, to the right people that aren't total assholes to him. You know,
I don't know who you're talking
But-
about.
you
That
guys
wouldn't be us.
decided. You guys decided that you wanted to threaten him and try to make him cooperate with the governor because that's what she wanted you to do, and so you kind of went along with that plan to try and get her to cooperate, and so you told him that he needs to cooperate with her, or else, kinda, and he's like, "All right, I don't want to die. I'll go along with this." And so then you took news of your success back to the governor, who was at that point willing to cooperate a little more with you guys. She provided you with some cargo manifests and scheduling details for the arrival of one freighter Mark 226, which is the freighter that you guys are after for this particular adventure. You know that it's carrying weapons and droids and other various armaments, and your current goal is to board the vessel via some work passes the governor has provided for you, and then make your way to the command center to take over the ship, or find some way to blow it up using the handy thermal detonator that has been provided to you by the Rebel Alliance. You have one of those. Don't waste it. Don't blow yourselves up, please. That'd be a bummer.
Yeah,
After that,
it'd be kind of a bummer to end the show after week 4, wouldn't it?
yeah, I'd be like, all right, guys, they failed their role with the thermal detonator, so literally everyone's dead. So see you next time, or not. But yeah. After that, you guys decided to head to the bar. Before that, Sir Zabo, played by our friend Ian, wanted to go have one last conversation with our friend Raph, and went to do that. And Raph was pretty much like, listen, you know, you guys threatened me. I hope you understand that I'm not too down to chill out and help you guys anymore after that. And then Zabo was like, tell you what, I'll blow up the freighter. All right. It's like, okay, cool.
I did
'cause
say that.
You did say that. You have promised to blow up the freighter to one Raph, Zabrak work gang leader of Martel Station. And after that, everyone went to the bar, titled the Sloppy Wampa,
Mm.
affectionately. And there was some drinking going on, and our friend Eos put on a rousing performance on the jizz box for everyone, and everyone loved it. She got a triumph on her roll, so that means
And Zabo passed
she's
out,
literally
right?
the best. Yes, Zabo passed out.
And how did we
and
close the
that's-
episode?
That's how we closed the episode. We closed it with you, Matt, also known as Lark. We had a flashback for something that happened in a previous life or before you were doing this, whatever this is. And we kind of are going to, that's where it closed off. And we're opening up this episode kind of the morning after. And I would love to know where all y'all are the morning after, so to speak, starting with Eos. Where did you go and what did you do after you put on your performance on stage?
So after my stunning performance on the Jizz Box, which went so fabulously well, I decided to go chill out with Lark and just kind of revel in, a happier memory of many unhappy memories that I've had in my lifetime of former slavery and whatnot, and waited around for Jason Felix to show up.
Okay.
And hopefully reconnect, see where things are at, see if maybe he could possibly be of any remote assistance to us as we prepare to board the freighter. I like to think that he showed up nice and late because in our work together in years past, even if he's not there on time, he always comes through. So it's late in the night, but we did have a chat. We did kind of reconnect and generally see where things are at, and that's a good thing. He's a good friend. He's got
Yeah, Jason, he does eventually show up, and it's probably towards the end of your performance that he shows up, so he catches probably last half of the last song of your act, and he sees you getting off stage, and so he walks over to you and says, "I didn't know you played." You know,
well, it's something I learned from my mama.
yes, you're quite good, very good performance.
Well,
Uh,
thank you very much.
have you already gotten a drink? Can I get you a drink? You know,
Oh, I've already had a couple. I figure that I've done well.
okay. I'm gonna get one for myself, so you're welcome to join me here at the bar.
Go right on ahead.
All right, yeah. So he takes you over to the bar. He orders himself a drink. Very standard space a hall. Yes, whatever.
Space Hall? Is that what you just said?
Yep.
God bless you. That's wonderful.
Wow.
And probably like a shot of space vodka equivalent.
Beers without number.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with just one.
Nope. And he says, "Well, what have you been doing since we last did a job together? How long ago was that? Do you remember?"
Oh man, it's probably been years at this point. You know me, I've been up, down, and all around the galaxy at this point. You might know the kind of people that I roll with these days. I'm not gonna say anything out loud, but I'd like to think that I'm doing good work and attempting to show the Hut Cartel what for, in whatever way I can.
I would generally advise against provoking the Hut cartel. Most people
Well.
that do that end up digesting in a sarlacc for thousands of years. You know?
I'm not picking any fist fights. It's more ideological stuff these days.
Well, gotta make a living somehow, so. And the Huts tend to pay well, so.
So, if I may, about how late into the night is this conversation happening?
This was shortly after we ended last
Okay.
time, probably. So I would say we're going on probably 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay, great. And so, like, the rest of us are still just there at the bar doing our thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eos said that she came over and to you and her and Jason Felix are there having a
Okay, cool.
conversation.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure
You can
whether or
be
not I was
nearby
a
if you want.
conversation, part of the conversation. Okay.
If you would like
Thank
to be a part of that conversation, you can.
Yeah, you are welcome to join where you feel led.
So jump in wherever you want.
Sure. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and Jason says, "Well, as far as myself, I've done some travel back and forth across the galaxy, odd jobs here and there. Uh, as you probably know, now I got a gig doing some advisory work for the governor of the station here, just advising her on some of the local trades and maybe local things that she might be interested in, it's okay. It's not the best job, not the best paying job. I won't do it forever, but it's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long have you been around here, and how much longer do you think this is gonna last?
I've been here 6 months or so, and you know, probably on my way out currently.
That's fair enough. We're kind of
Used up all my knowledge for here, running out of things to be useful with. So,
How do you mean?
well, there comes a certain point where I've done all the advising that I can. You know,
I don't know, and this is me being a little bit intoxicated at this point. I don't know. I've met with the governor. Seems like she could still use some advice.
well, she puts on different faces for different people.
Sure.
I don't know which one you guys managed to meet, but
The one that had a knife in its hand, and I like just
Yeah.
raised my glass of my like probably third drink at this point. It's not another one of those like really long ones though. It's just a normal like
yeah,
drink and go for it.
probably your fault.
Well, we have a different mix of personalities in our crew, so we got to
Yeah,
see a couple different sides of Varla, I'll say that.
He glances over to Zebu, who at this point is still passed out on the table. And we can decide how long you're passed out here in a little bit, Zebo, and at what point you want to wake up, or if you want to just say that you're passed out all night, that's fine too.
I have an idea.
Okay, cool. So, in general, the conversation with Jason, he tends to try to keep it fairly surface level for stuff. Just how have you been? What have you been doing? He doesn't pry too deeply into anything, and unless you try to pry deeper into something with him, then it's a very pleasant and surface level conversation, and you're catching up with him as to what he's been doing and what you've been doing. So
Sure. I mean, do you think that I could ask him anything about the freighter that we're boarding? Are we trying to play that closer to the vest? I know that he and I are good friends, of course, but um,
you can try to get some information out of him. Sure, it would probably require a negotiation roll or something.
sure.
But if you would like to try to get some kind of information out of him, let me know what kind of information you're looking for,
Okay.
and I'll let you know if he knows that or not.
Sure. And did we already roll Destiny?
No, we're
Jazz?
gonna do that right now before
Okay.
we do our first roll.
Ookie doke.
That's all 5 of us that forgot that
Dude,
time. I
nice.
just want to point that out.
We always kill it at this point. We're really good about this Destiny night thing.
We need to like recruit the chat to remind us to do Destiny.
I like to think that
I'm
I
gonna make
never forget. I just choose not to do it. So
I'm gonna make a Nightbot command.
All right.
So just make sure your force dice is set to 1, and then go ahead and
Roll, baby, roll.
Uh-oh.
Hella light side from Lark, baby.
you guys, thank you so much.
So what is
One,
the
two,
total then?
6. I'll just make sure we got everyone in here. That's 5 rolls that I see. So yep, 6 dark side destiny points, and 2.
this is gonna be fun.
And remember, these, it's like a scale. When I use a dark side destiny point, you guys get a light side destiny point, so it remains balanced in that way throughout the session. And just as another reminder about these destiny points, these are reset at the beginning of every session, so you are encouraged to use your destiny points. I know I will be using my destiny points, so don't be afraid to use them.
As another aside, for those of you in the Twitch chat, you can now type !! Destiny for to send Mike a reminder to roll the Destiny dice.
I'll do it at some point. Cool. So we have that set now. So, what kind of information are you looking to get out of Jason here?
Um, so to recap from last time, we basically found out that generally what's supposed to be on M226 is weapons, armaments,
Yep.
other ships are carrying biochemicals, passengers, um,
Kinds of information that you could try to get out of him just to give you some ideas. You could try to ask him if he knows about any secret cargo that isn't on the manifests. You
Mm-hmm.
could ask him about crew complement, things like that, uh, just to give you an
Okay.
idea about what kind of things that you can do.
Right. Because it seems like, I mean, weapons is quite a general thing. So let's say at this point in the conversation, I tell him, hey, it's really great to see you, but being that we're kind of on, my crew and I are kind of on the cusp of a mission at this point, I'm inclined to ask you a little something about the freighter that we're going to be getting on in the morning. Maybe you could shed a little bit more light on the situation before we board and see what's going on. So when we were talking to Varla and got our boarding passes for M226, she told us that there were weapons aboard, generally. I was wondering if perhaps you knew of anything not listed on the on what I've got on the manifest.
He kind of uh, strokes his stubble. He's got like 5 o'clock shadow at this point. He hasn't shaved all day. Generally speaking, he keeps well cut, but it's late in the day, and men grow facial hair.
No,
As
they don't.
do.
It's a lie.
I don't know what you're
But
talking about.
he says, "Well, we're good friends, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I can just, straight up betray my boss or anything like that." And he, like I said, he's a little hesitant at first.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a roll.
Hey.
Let's see. Negotiation, coercion. Probably we'll do negotiation because that's
Negotiation.
better for you than coercion. But
Okay.
you're gonna get a bonus die because of your relationship with him,
Alrighty.
and you can use one of your light side destiny points to upgrade one of the dice. And so what that will do is that will take one of the green ability dice and turn it into the yellow proficiency dice, which has a better chance of success.
Okay. I think that sounds good.
So, would you like to use one of those, or would you like to hold off on that for this roll?
I mean, this is as good a chance as any for us to figure out some stuff before we get on, so
Yeah, I think you should do it.
I could go for it. Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you have the buttons down in the bottom left underneath the name tags of Roll20?
Yep. I've got the use Dark Destiny, use Light Destiny, Destiny status.
You can go ahead and press the use light destiny.
Cool. All right.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to put in an upgrade there. And what's our difficulty here? We're going to do
We're dropping frames.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Uh-oh. Oh, stream just died?
Oh no.
I'm just
Ah.
watching our internet here. You guys go ahead and do what you're going to do as far as your roll goes, because the stream is there. It's just kind of the quality is dipping in and out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see if the internet is being used for something right now.
Okay.
I'm just double checking our dice pool here to make sure everything's good to go. I think we should be set.
Okay.
So go
Cool.
ahead
So,
and roll negotiation.
Ready.
Okay, you've done it.
Victory.
Got success. We didn't get any triumph or advantage or anything like that, but you did succeed. So he's going to be willing to pass on a little bit of information to you.
Okey-doke.
I want to wait for
Sure.
to return before we do that, though.
Sounds good.
Why don't we take this opportunity to say, Zabo, what are you doing while all this is going down? You still passed out, or have you gotten up yet?
I think I'm still passed out at this point.
Okay. So you're still passed out, and now that we got
Actually, all I'll say is Zabo's not where he was a minute ago.
okay. Do any? Let's see. We can have Lark and Eos and Bebo. Are you present to notice whether or not Zabo is there or not?
I sure am. And because
would
I'm not
like-
drinking or talking, I probably would notice.
I would like all three of you to roll perception.
Sure.
All right.
Unless Bebo was like, I was actively watching for you.
I think I would be actively watching.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't like that he's drunk.
Yeah, so you were keeping an eye on him, but Lark and Eos, you were in a conversation,
No,
so
yes,
you guys are
well-
going to roll perception.
So I wasn't like super invested in the conversation, but you might remember that last time we left off, I had kind of I had like a flashback, and
Yep.
ever since that moment, like my whole night, like I've been a little like more like sit at the bar and like lean out on the bar stool and just kind of drink and stare at the wall, just kind of peeking into the conversation every now and then. So I probably wouldn't have noticed if he was behind me.
Okay,
Mhm.
in that case,
what's the perception roll?
if you, yeah, that's going to be on your skills. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7, 8 from the bottom, or 9 from the bottom, something like that, or not from the bottom, but it's under general skills.
So do you want me to roll as well? Yep. Got
Gonna just do that.
That-
And let me just
Or do you
let me
need to
just
adjust it?
let me just make sure to get yours in there, Bebo.
Oh, and also make sure to get your
ahead
destiny
and roll,
points
Tebow.
out of there.
Who did?
The destiny ones aren't in there. Go ahead and re-roll, Bebo.
Again?
There we go. Okay. So yeah, you guys don't notice that he's gone. So we'll get to that later. But Matt Dennis, while you're gone, we had Eos roll her negotiation, and she was able to succeed. So Jason, he takes a drink of his. He's probably got just a beer at this point.
One beer.
Space beer. One beer.
Okay.
And he sighs and says, the only thing that I can think of that wouldn't be on the general cargo manifest is that I've heard rumors, unsubstantiated, unconfirmed, but I've heard rumors that there's a VIP of some sort that we're transporting.
Wait,
a
is-
VIP.
when he says we, I look at him and say, "Are you going on the? Are you? When you say we, are you going on that ship?"
By we, I mean we as in
The people.
the Empire.
I understand,
know.
and I
Because he
just kind of
works
look
for the
back and
Empire.
I just keep I take another drink.
Huh.
So, but that's the only thing I can think of that's not on the cargo manifest, and that's all I know. No, I don't know who it is or anything, so might be something to keep your eye out for.
That sounds pretty good to me. There's actually a friend of mine who was last seen around these parts. Oh man, probably a couple weeks back now. I don't know if you would know anything about this guy. I'm sure you see a lot of people in your runnings about here, but wonder if it could have something to do with him.
Like I said, all I know is that they got some VIP protection detail going along with the freighter.
What is
Generally that means VIP.
what is VIP protection detail? Like what? I mean, how does that How's that any different than what you'd normally see for a freighter? I imagine there's plenty of people protecting a freighter full of weapons and
Yes,
information.
you're right. But on the crew manifest, there's just a small squad of troopers that have been set aside for VIP protection detail.
Understood.
Hmm. Fair enough. Do you think I could so I have my data pad, and while we're sort of, talking about things with the freighter and everything, do you do you think that I have like a picture or something of our what is his name? Ravenzel or
Ravenzale.
Ravenzale?
Yeah.
You're looking for the guy that's missing, or
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think I'd have like a picture of him, or I could say like, "You seen
you
this guy
guys
around?"
you guys do have a picture of him. Let me just make sure that we got that name right. So I have it on a note here. Yeah, Ravenzale is uh is the guy. You do have his picture.
Mm-hmm.
If you would know how much of his bio you want to show him is up to you. You can just pull up a picture, but if you just show him like the full on bio, he's going to see that he's a rebel quartermaster.
Right. I would just show the picture like, "Have you seen this man?" kind of a thing.
So as Eos is doing that, I don't see the datapad because I imagine that I'm sitting like on if this is if this is Eos, excuse me, I'm sitting here and Jason is sitting here. I don't see her like what she's showing Jason, but I just for a second think like, oh crap, she's probably drunk and showing him the thing we don't need to show. So I kind of like reach for the data pad to like grab it, and I look at Eos and I'm like, you can't show people our bounty.
And I just kind of go like this, like, "I'm not that dumb." Do you want me to like show
Well,
you what I'm showing him
the
really
the, the
quick?
key
Like lean it
phrase
your way.
the key phrase being bounty, which is not what he is for us. But
Hmm.
I'm like grabbing it to try to say like he's a job. Like we shouldn't show him this just in case. I'm not even like waiting for you to turn it around. I literally just
Okay.
reach it and grab it out of your hand and like take it away because I don't know
Are
what
you
you're
trying?
showing, and this could put us all in danger if it is wrong. So
Can I have you roll a deception check, Lark?
yes,
Since
I can
you're
do that.
doing the deceptioning,
I'm
you know.
deceiving. Would you
Yes.
like to add a difficulty, or do I just get to roll this sucker?
I will add a difficulty.
All right. Well, how many light points do we have? Just one left.
Just one left.
All right. Well, it's not worth it. So I'm gonna do this.
Difficulty. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Um,
You might need it after whatever happens here.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, hey! I see you using that Dark Destiny. Your
Go
dank
ahead.
Destiny points. All right. I will roll deceptioning.
Success.
This game's too easy. You know what I mean?
Woo!
You've done it. You have done the deception.
you saved the day.
Yep, you.
Well, not
You
really.
know,
Like I ended up just not screwing ourselves over by me trying to save the day.
Jason's inherent trust of Eos kind of is carrying over a little bit to you guys, and so he has a little bit of trust for you guys inherently, and so he doesn't pay too much attention to this odd thing that's going on.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cool.
Sweet.
So when I get the tab, I look at it and I see that it's literally just the picture of this guy, and I'm like, I just kind of like look at Eos and give her that look like, I'm so sorry, that was so rude. And then I just kind of like shut off the data pad and put it down. Like I'm just holding, like I put it down face down, like yeah, face down on the table, and
I
just kind of
understand what
pretend
face
that
down means.
yeah,
Yes.
that it's
Nothing.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the episode. See ya. All right. I'll just go. Bye. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. We're gonna cut to Bebo while all this nonsense is going on. What are you doing?
I'm.
Or did you want me to do Zabo first?
I mean, I didn't notice him leaving, right?
Right.
So I'm just sitting there taking in this sight. I haven't contributed anything to the conversation.
Right.
I'm not very emotional outwardly, obviously. I did turn and look directly at Lark when she took the data pad out of her hands, and I haven't stopped staring at her, but I don't do anything else.
Bibo, are you sitting next to me?
I'm pretty sure I'm on the. So wait, so she's sitting right next. Can you draw me a diagram or
Sure,
something?
sure.
That's probably for the best.
I was under the impression that I was on the other side of
Like a table.
Eos, but
Mhm.
now that she's talking to somebody else, maybe you guys rearranged. I was on the end, basically.
Okay.
Matt, you should have permissions to draw if you want to draw kind of what you had in your head. I mean,
Sure. I think
we have.
Okay. So, let's just ignore that. I don't know how to delete
So
it.
draw the other people, and then I'll draw myself in.
Okay, so here's the bar table, and the hell am I looking at? In my mind, Eos was like here,
Okay.
and then Felix was here. Although this space is open because I think that's what you were saying, where you thought you were. And oh my gosh, I was right here, and I actually thought you were to my left. I thought you, Mr. Bebo, were right there.
And where was our large friend passed out?
He was behind
Right there.
the table there.
So
He's really tall, so I made him long.
where's my? I am.
Like around the corner of the bar or something.
Okay.
So a little further, but
Because
fringe.
our large friend was like right here, right? So I
Sure.
was on the other side of him.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. So this is where our large friend is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Makes sense.
Directly
Well,
backward.
he was there.
Well, right. That's where he
He's
was.
not there anymore.
Just sort of where he falls.
So, where is Zabo? we have that scene in the bar, and it cuts over to Zabo. What do we see?
I mean, he's just drunk walking around outside.
Okay, just
Oh,
walking
no.
outside of the spaceport.
Yep.
Like what do we see? What do we see when he's walking outside though? Like if this was a movie and we're watching him stumble around, what is around him?
So he's bumping into people, and he's kind of just stumbling through this crowd, and it kind of has that. He's kind of in focus, but everything else is faded around him, and we kind of get that awkward fisheye close up of his face, kind of squinty eyed and looking like he's about to throw up or pass out or something, and he's just kind of stumbling around, and that's what we see of him. Did you have anything you were trying to accomplish while doing this?
Me?
No, Zabo.
Nothing particular. I mean, he's just out being drunk outside. So I mean, if something happens, then it happens.
Yeah, I mean something's gonna happen.
All right.
So,
Well, let's go ahead. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
We'll be back here in 5 minutes, right around 7:30. We're gonna be going until 9 o'clock tonight, so there'll still be another hour and a half or so of game time. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, grab some drinks and stuff, and come back. So don't go anywhere. Feel free to hang out, listen to some music, and we'll be back shortly.